Minecraft speedruns just keep getting faster and faster, don't they? And every new number one, we seem to be getting closer to a world record less than 10 minutes. But how the heck did we get here? Today, I'll be covering the weirdest, most impressive, and outright craziest speedruns of Minecraft's decade-long history. I hope you enjoy, and please consider subscribing. Do you think that beating Minecraft is impressive? Well, what about beating Minecraft with no items? Now that is impressive. And that's exactly what speedrunners GeoSquare and Matthew Boland did in late December of 2019. On 1.12, GeoSquare, with help from Matthew, was able to beat Minecraft on hard mode without ever picking up a single item. The run lasted about 1 hour and 54 minutes and was carefully planned out on a set seed, which, as you may guess, included a 12i end portal, which has a 1 in 1 billion chance of generating. The run itself is also very impressive. Geo gets to the end in just over 8 minutes and spends the rest of the run trying to figure out how to get launched by the dragon onto the end pillars, relogging to avoid fall damage, destroying the crystals, and finally punching the dragon to death. Again, with no items. It's definitely quite the run. But really, who needs items when you have robots? Just earlier that year, speedrunner and certified genius Circuit, with help from these amazing people, managed to beat Minecraft in 30 seconds. 30 seconds! The run itself looks very jumpy, sped up, and not human. And that's because it isn't. This run is a TAS, or Tool Assisted Speedrun. A TAS is like the perfection of a player. Someone on the outside can make a set of instructions, and with help of certain tools, you can have your Minecraft player do whatever you want. For instance, place 10 blocks in a single frame. So this run is playing at normal Minecraft speed. It's all possible within the realm of the game. But it's not something any human will ever come close to doing. There's a whole bunch of cool parts, and I recommend you check out the run. It's a quick watch, I promise. But the coolest part is undoubtedly the end fight. In the middle of the stronghold, Circuit crafts an end crystal, places it down in the end, and boom, the dragon vanishes. This is obviously a glitch where the game thinks your world was beaten in 1.8, then changed to 1.9, so it gets rid of the dragon and makes a filled portal for you. That explanation hardly does it justice, but it should give you a slight idea at least of how awesome this run really is. But instead of a speedrun that was 30 seconds, what about a world record that lasted 3 seconds? May 5th, 2020, and BenX has just gotten the 1.14 world record at 24 minutes and 53 seconds, and it is a stellar run. But not 4 seconds go by, and he's already dethroned. Illumina, who started a run 10 seconds after BenX, finishes a time of 24 minutes and 46 seconds. Just 3.2 seconds after BenX got his world record, it was taken from him.
This is the most scripted thing I've ever seen in all of speedrunning.
This exchange is hilarious and incredible, and one of the most historic events in my opinion. And yet there's another plot twist. To account for differences in hardware, speedruns are measured by attack time, which is real time minus loading screen time. Illumina had 6 seconds of loading screen time, and BenX, 15. So when the dust eventually settled a few days later, it was BenX who by 2 seconds stole the world record back, securing the #1 spot for the time being. This is pretty much as close as it gets to a tie, and you could argue that these two shared the world record. But what about an actual tie? 2 times so similar they were officially decided as a draw, a shared world record between 2 runners. So was the case for the incredible runs of Xylonox and Rainex. These two both ran 1.16 earlier this year and literally tied the world record, with a time of 14 minutes and 20 seconds each. The runs themselves are impressive in their own right, but with nothing too significant to highlight. There's a lot of controversy as to who should have won this record, with factors like the time Xylonox paused to think being argued as part of and not part of his whole time. But the two just decided that it wasn't worth the energy and settled on a draw. And so was born the first tied world record in Minecraft speedrun history.
I thought I actually got the world record by 5 seconds, but due to a lot of complications I can't really explain right now, me and Rainex are tied. But to put it simply, that one time I paused for about 5 or 6 seconds to do mental math while triangulating was added onto the time I got, which pretty much led it up to be 14:10, 14:11. And the mod team tried retiming mine and Rainex's time, and it just got so close that me and Rainex agreed on a tie. So for the first time ever in Minecraft speedrunning, there's a tied world record.
But beating the game isn't the only type of speedrunning, not at all actually. There are a whole bunch of other weird and random categories that can be found to speedrun. Anything from mining out a whole chunk to getting a stack of lime wool to seeing how fast you can click the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, it really helps out a ton if you could subscribe. I really do appreciate it, so thank you very much if you do. But perhaps the most impressive of these categories is the All Advancements World Record. And it wouldn't be right to talk about this category without mentioning Illumina's nearly 10 million viewed run. Minecraft has plenty of advancements, anything from picking up an elytra to making a netherite hoe. Well, now imagine getting every single one of those in one run, in 14 hours. Well, that's exactly what Illumina did 6 months ago on October 1st. This absolutely wild run was a journey and super duper impressive. Do note that since then, the world record has been beaten a few times, and the current one is by Eli Saku, who, should it be noted, got this time in half the time it took Illumina. Just 7 hours. To sit for 7 to 14 hours in a single run for this world record is nuts, and I commend everyone on Leaderboard for their dedication. But with wild world records like these, how the heck did we get to this point? The first ever Minecraft speedrun was by a runner named DJS, who, since at the time Minecraft didn't even have an end yet, decided to speedrun reaching Bedrock, and did so in 1 minute and 57 seconds, getting wood tools, turning them to stone, and then praying there wouldn't be lava. Certainly humble beginnings for speedrunning. And it just gets better and better. The first ever set seed glitchless run was by a runner named Invisigoth604, over 5 years ago. I mean, this dude's end fight took longer than most modern day speedruns, it's insane. And on a set C too. And it wouldn't be right to make a video on the craziest speedruns without mentioning the current set seed glitchless world record. Held by Magnetic Maybe, this insane 2 minute and 15 second run is as impressive as the previous one is historic. Speaking of historic runs, the first ever sub 20 RSG. Sub 20 was a milestone that many speedrunners strived for ever since Banix got the first world record in 1.16 at 24 minutes and 32 seconds. It seemed that the 20-minute mark was never going to be crossed. Until it was. Shame though that it was by a cheater. Drem, a Minecraft speedrunner that has absolutely no similarity to any other runner accused of cheating, got the first 1.16 RSG world record in under 20 minutes. But where Dream's case was ambiguous, Drem's was obviously fake. This was not the first, and certainly wasn't the last, case of a Minecraft speedrunner being accused of cheating, but it was undoubtedly the biggest at the time. Take a run that has a cut at the beginning, almost robot-like pathfinding, and a perfect dig down into the portal room, and you get several million viewed videos about the subject. Even better, a few weeks later, and Dymiex gets an actual sub 20 in 1.14 at 19 minutes and 30 seconds. The entire ordeal is frankly hilarious, and it's even funnier to think that at the time, sub 20 was the goal to beat. Because now, we're getting sub 12. The current RSG world record held by the Sizzler is insane. 11 minutes and 20 seconds. Yeah, on a random seed. With this incredible world record from 3 weeks ago taking the #1 spot, it might lead you to wonder, what will the cap be? What is the fastest world record? If you are wondering this, then go check out the video in the top right now, where I analyze this exact question and make my prediction of the speedrunning time I think will never be beaten in RSG. Fun fact, the Dream, or speedrunner's nether portal, was actually invented by this dude. It works for any type of lava lake and is made like this. It's the tactic used by almost all speedrunners today. A notable historic run in speedrunning was the spotlighting of looting as a viable strategy by Dream in June of 2020 when he got the 1.15 world record in 22 minutes and 6 seconds. Up until then, the meta was 1.14 villager trading to get ender pearls, but Dream completely scrapped that and executed a looting technique to kill endermen for pearls and get the world record in 1.15. It's a very impressive and very notable run. But with that said, that wraps up the video. I hope you enjoyed this rundown of runners running. Please do consider subscribing, I would really appreciate it. And as always, peace out, have a good one. Thank you so much for watching.